Hi everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. This evening I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be taking some light trails of some traffic around this area where I live, and I've found a couple of footbridges that cross a couple of the main arterial roads around my area, and will hopefully be able to capture some of the light trails of the traffic, and will be a little bit more interesting. It's something that I've been wanting to do for a little bit of time, and as we're moving now into the winter period with the darker nights and obviously sunset being very early, it's some opportunities that I'm trying to think of back in sort of late autumn. What can I be doing this time of year? Because it is a little bit of a struggle to try and keep motivated this time of year for your photography. The poor weather is always a bit of a difficulty. Continuous cloud cover, again, obviously quite a bit of a difficulty. But I'm trying to really stay positive and looking at what opportunities can actually present to me. And this is one of these opportunities. I did obviously a couple of weeks back at the beginning of November for fireworks night, obviously the fireworks, and this is something along those lines. It's utilising obviously the dark nights that we've got at the moment to try and capture some light trails. So let's see what I come up with. So I'm not going to be using my video light because obviously being right near the road, I don't want to be a distraction at all for any drivers, for God forbid anything like that would happen. So I really don't want to draw any adverse distraction to me. But I've got the first composition set up of this actual, it's a bit of like, or it is or was, sorry, a roundabout here. However, they haven't removed the roundabout, they've just obviously stopped you actually being able to go around it with bollards, etc. and crash barriers. So the traffic's having to obviously go round part of the roundabout, which is making it for a little bit more of an interesting composition, I feel, and why I wanted to pick this particular location. It's rather than just say standing on a footbridge with the straight lines of red and white lines of the traffic, this one's been a little bit more different, where obviously the traffic's having to go round the actual bends here in the road, and it's working out really quite nice. What isn't working out quite nice is the fact that I've forgotten or left my gloves back in the car, and it's absolutely bitterly cold. But yeah, anyway, this is hopefully going to be a good image. I've got it set up at f10, ISO 50, 20-second exposure, 2-second timer on the camera, hopefully working out really quite well. Oh, I've made it back down to the car because it was absolutely freezing cold and my fingertips are really frozen. Didn't realise how cold it actually is. But I made it up to the middle of the bridge, as you possibly saw from some of the B-roll. I took about a 5 image 6 image pano, I think maybe across the top of the bridge. Settings for that were f10, ISO 50 and 20-second exposure. I then also took just a single image at the same settings as well, so hopefully will work out really quite well for that one. And yeah, making it back down to the car now. I've got my gloves. Let's see if I can go and find another location. So I've actually made it out to another location, and this time it's about 5 days later since I last spoke to you, and I'm actually out with my camera club up in the high street taking some images with the Christmas lights and the traffic as well. So hopefully, yeah, it's going to be a really good evening out here with the camera club. So I'm making it back into the car after a really good evening out with my fellow camera club members as well. And that's what it's really about, isn't it? Just sharing that common interest of photography. Sorry that I didn't really speak about any of the compositions, but no doubt throughout the vlog I've put up the images that I've taken in the high street, and with the Christmas lights out as well, and the traffic, obviously the trails of the headlights and rear lights as well, will hopefully work out to be some interesting compositions. So thanks everyone for watching. If you have enjoyed it, please make sure you give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you haven't subscribed already. And until next time, take care.